How's it going, guys? It is Kyle again, and we are back for another vlog. And today we're going to be thinking about, or we're going to be going through different ways of giving homework, right? Creative homework for the buddy that just does not want to do his homework, whether it is CGE, whether it's a teen or adult, whether it is Picaro and you've gotten halfway through the module, because as you know from the previous vlog, if we don't finish the module, what we should be doing is giving some sort of homework, right? So I hope you guys are on the same page as me, and let's get into it. So just a couple of different topics we're going to be covering. We're going to get some creative crafts and arts going. Then we're going to go through some outdoor activities and possible outings that they could be doing, some games and activities, and then last but not least, some physical activities that they can actually get up and get doing, right? So let's get straight into it and start off with some arts and crafts. Cool, guys. So each section, we're going to go through three different activities or three different homework topics, okay? Now, it's up to you to either go, I want to use it stock standard, or adjust it to your Bready or to your lesson. So the first one that we're going to start with is a recipe. Now, this could be their favorite recipe. I know I can't tell you the exact CGE, but there is a CGE. I'm pretty sure it's in CGE 2, where they actually talk about food and they actually talk about recipes, right? And then there's another one later on, sort of CGE 4, 5, somewhere higher up there, that they go through what's healthy and what isn't healthy and the different food groups and everything. So this could be a perfect example for a homework task for one of those CGE units, right? And the main goal is to test their understanding, okay? Whether you give them an English recipe to read to their parents and get them to actually talk about the recipe to their parents, or if you actually get them to cook the meal, or they can take their favorite recipe and then cook it themselves, right? Now, with that, obviously they need to do something, and you need to be able to gauge if they did it or not. So what you can come up with is, well, in the recipe, I want you to think of, or I want you to find 5 words that you don't understand and find out what it means and then explain it to me in the next lesson. Or I want you to explain what you actually did step by step. How did it go? What did you find difficult? Or what did you find easy in the actual recipe? Okay. So it's all about understanding step 1, step 2. Now I need to do this. Now I need to do that. I need X amount of this, and I need to mix it with X amount of that. All about understanding, right? Now, the next one is, this one's pretty cool. I dig this one. A board game. Get them, and in one of the CGs as a project, there is a game. Again, I can't tell you which CGE it is, and I can't tell you the exact instructions of that specific game. But I'm going to go through one of them, or one of the games that I've used, or one of the ideas that I've had, right? And that's to make a board game. What type of board game? Well, it's completely up to them. Do they want something like Dungeons and Dragons? Do they want something like Pokemon? Do they want something like Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, or any other game they like, right? Card game, board game, yes, I play all of those games. It's awesome. But anyway, moving on, back to the topic. It's up to them to think of a name, the rules, what kind of pieces or what kind of pawns they're going to be using. Are they going to use chess pieces? Is it going to be little circles? Is it going to be coins? They're going to think of everything, the rules, how to actually play it, the instructions, if you want to call it that, and then put it together. And then in class, you guys can play it in the next lesson, right? Whether it's the next buddy, the same buddy, whatever it is, right? It's up to you guys to play that game, or get them to play it with one of their friends and then come back and explain how it went, right? Who won? Did they enjoy it? Didn't they enjoy it? Is it going to be a snakes and ladders board game, right? It's up to them to think of something, okay? Again, it's all about them using their imagination and transferring what they're thinking about onto paper in the game, and then transferring it back into words when they explain it to you, right? The rules and all that jazz, right? Now, the next one, or the last one from this topic, is creating something, okay? Now, this kind of ties in with the recipe one. However, it's more of a hands-on topic where they can create a box out of paper, a frog out of paper, a birdhouse out of wood, okay? And it's up to you to go, here's the instructions. Bam. Obviously, it has to be age efficient or age specific, right? It's got to be suitable for their ages, right? And they got to obviously enjoy it. So don't go, well, here's instructions of how to make a paper card to a 5-year-old girl that's in love with princesses, right? It's not going to work that way. You've got to be able to gel it with their personality. Give them the instructions, and again, let them follow it in English, and then next lesson, they show you the toy, right? Or whatever they made. Bam! Is it right? Perfect. Did they adjust it? Did they add things on? Again, it's all about understanding what they're reading and being able to follow instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, step 6. A for a win, right? So recipe, creating a board game, and creating something hands-on, like a birdhouse, for example. And what is the purpose of a birdhouse? Well, where did they put it? Did they put it outside? Did any birds come? What kind of food did they use? Did they use a carrot? Would that be a good idea to feed birds? Possibly. I wonder if they would eat the carrots. I don't think so. Maybe you'll end up with a whole bunch of... Anyway, let's move on. There we go. So let's move on swiftly to the next section. Cool, guys. So the next part, outdoor homework activities or outings. Now, there's so many different ideas. I'm going to stick to just 3 of them, like I said, just to keep it short and sweet. And what are we going to cover is a awesome coupon game, an outing, whether it's to the park, to the zoo, to the sports center, to the mall, wherever it is, and then visiting a local dumping ground or container park, which sounds a little dodgy, but it is awesome fun. So the coupon game, what is it, right? Now, there's loads of different ways of playing this game or of doing this. The way that I'm going to explain it is as follows, right? So what we're going to do in class, we're going to give them some make-believe coupons. Make sure that they understand that it's make-believe and they cannot use it in shopping centers, okay? That could go very wrong in so many ways. So just make sure that they understand that you cannot use it in the shopping center, right? So we're going to give them a whole bunch of coupons. 5 Rand off milk, 10 Rand off your favorite toy. This, oh, I'm giving my country away. So whatever the currency is, whether you're using dollars, pounds, yens, whatever it is, yen, whatever it is, okay, you're just going to give them some sort of item and a percentage off or minus 5 Rand. Now, what do they have to do, right? How is this a homework exercise? They've got to go to the shop. One, they've got to find all these items. So again, they've got to know what the word is in English. They've got to know what the picture is. So you can draw a picture of it maybe, or just give them the word, make it a little bit more difficult. And then it's up to them to go, cool, well, milk. It's white and it's in a container. Well, that's orange and it's in a container. That's orange juice. Milk. Ooh, that's 10 yen, and this is 5 yen off, or $5 off. Cool, well, now I'm going to end up paying $5. So they're going to write that down. I found the milk. Bam. It was easy, it was difficult. I knew what the word meant, so I ran to it immediately, and it was X amount of money, and I got my coupon, and now I'm paying this amount, right? So now they're getting a little bit of maths homework in there as well. Whoa, wham! Maths teacher going to be happy! And then they're going to carry on doing that. So it's all about finding the different items, English word, and what it looks like, putting the words together, right? Learning a little bit of vocab, okay? Now, and outing, visiting the zoo, visiting the park, visiting the sports center, whatever it is, all what you're going to do is get them to go with a parent, right, to one of these parks and then give them a scavenger hunt, right? I want you to find this, and this, and this, right? So you're going to find 2 leaves, 1 stone, 2 fish, this, that. And they're going to actually go out and they're going to do it. Remember, it's all about the age and the interest. They've got to be interested in this and they've got to be sort of at that age to enjoy it, okay? You're not going to give this to a 35-year-old man. Go to the park and find 2 leaves and 1 stone, okay? Or on your way to school, I want you to count how many yellow cars you see, right? Or give them a list of topics, right? Or a list of items. Yellow cars, blue cars, red cars, dogs, cats, and orange birds. And then they're going to come back the next time, well, I saw this amount, that amount, that amount. Obviously, everything needs to be in full sentences. Don't just let them write 6 birds, 2 cars. Let them make full sentences, right? And it's all about putting the words and the items together and then creating their own sentences, okay? Now, this one's a little bit more difficult. It depends on where you are and if they have these places in and around your area and if it is safe to go and visit, right? Visiting a local dumping ground or container park, right? And then get them to find X amount of containers or get them to, whether it's in their house, whether it's in the shops, wherever it is, get them to find X amount of containers, right? A 5-liter ice cream tub, a packet of crisps, a can of Coke, a carton of milk, and then get them to create some sort of item from the items or objects that they've got, right? And then again, back to the first one, arts and craft. Get them to actually put their own instructions down. Well, first I did this. Second, I did this. Then I did that. Next, I did this. And finally, I glued the nose on. And I had Rudolph the pink-nosed reindeer. Or whatever the case may be from there, right? So, let's move on. Cool, guys. So the last little section are digital computer homework activities. 3 short and sweet ones, right? So first two is kind of gelled into one, and that is a video application, a video job application. So what are they going to do is they're going to record themselves at a mock job application or a mock job interview, okay? What should they be saying? Well, their name, their age, what they studied or what they want to study, why they want the job, what are they interested in, anything like that. Now, this fits perfectly with one of the Picaro units I did today. I just can't remember which one it was. But it was the one where it starts off going, a doctor is someone who works in a hospital. A policewoman is someone who helps people on the street. A driver is someone who drives a lot of people around town, right? So this would fit perfectly into that. Well, what do you want to be when you grow up? Make a video recording. If they can't record it and upload it, well, get them to write something out, remember it, wham, and then say it to you in class. Now, obviously the video would be slightly easier because you can hit pause, bam, and say, well, you said this, you should have said this, or you could have said this, right? If it's not on recording and it's face-to-face, well, now you're going to sit with a whiteboard and have your typing fingers ready to type out those mistakes and then go through the same error correction from that. Then the second one, which is essentially part of that video job application, is your life in 10 minutes. Now, that gets kind of tricky, especially if you're like 13, 14, 30. You're going to get 30 years into 10 minutes or 15 years into 10 minutes. And they're going to speak as much as they possibly can about what they did or what they have done, what they want to do, what they wanted to do or still want to do, but their life in 10 minutes, okay? Then the last one is emailing a pen pal. Now, under no circumstances do I recommend finding a pen pal on the internet. Why? Because it's dodgy. Okay, but they're going to be writing to an imaginary pen pal, right? So what they're going to do is make up a name, Mary. Dear Mary, and then whatever your lesson plan was on, right? If your lesson was on the past tense, it's going to be everything that you did yesterday, 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Yesterday, I played with my dog, and he liked the green bone that I bought him from the shop 2 weeks ago. And then carry on like that. If it's about jobs, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? What should you study, right? And then just base it on that. So, short and sweet, digital or computer homework activities. Video application, your life in 10 minutes, and the pen pal. Perfecto. And that is it. So I will see you on the flip side. Peace out, guys.